The date, April 22nd, 1889. The place, the plains of Oklahoma. The occasion, the first Oklahoma land rush. April 22, 1889 was a day of chaos, excitement, and total confusion in Oklahoma. A vast crowd of hopeful settlers, estimated at 50,000, massed across the Oklahoma countryside. All were armed with a flag to claim their stake. Farmers and scholars, Yankees and Southerners, the rich and the poor, black and white, soldiers and laborers, even women riding side saddle. They had come to claim their quarter section, 160 acres of land half-mile by half-mile square, of the nearly 2 million acres of the unassigned lands of the former western portion of the federal Indian Territory, which had decades earlier been assigned to the Creek and Seminole native peoples. But use of the land and history changed on February 22, 1889, when Illinois Representative William M. Springer added Section 13 to the annual Indian Appropriation Bill. It authorized the president to open the lands to settlement by issuing a proclamation that denied original settlers from the Homestead Act their squatters' rights. They were to be expelled, and the lands were to be settled by a land run. The act was signed into law by President Grover Cleveland on March 2nd, and during his third week in office, newly inaugurated President Benjamin Harrison issued a proclamation setting the run for April 22. Before the opening, surveyors divided the unassigned lands into a grid of 36 square-mile townships, which were broken into 1 square-mile sections, then divided into 160-acre plots suitable for homesteading. Settlers used these detailed public maps to locate a specific spot ahead of time, often aiming for land with water or near railroads. So now, positioned on all sides of the territory with soldiers watching them, 50,000 people were set to start that run. Waiting, depending on their location, for the sound of a cannon shot or a gunshot at noon. And when that shot rang out, the anxious settlers surged forward in a tumultuous avalanche of wagons and horsemen all in one breathtaking instant, a kaleidoscope of motion and dust. Frenzied and chaotic, the rush did not last long, and by the end of the day, nearly 2 million acres of land had been claimed, and both Oklahoma City and Guthrie had become cities of around 10,000 people each. As Harper's Weekly reported, at 12 o'clock on Monday, April 22nd, the resident population of Guthrie was nothing. Before sundown, it was at least 10,000. In that time, streets had been laid out, town lots staked off, and steps taken toward the formation of a municipal government. After marking their stake, settlers had to rush to a land office to file a claim, paying fees to secure the property and hopefully not being outdone by a Sooner who had gained an unfair advantage by entering early to choose their plot. Lawsuits between legitimate settlers, boomers, and Sooners led to hundreds of legal battles often decided in land offices. By the second week after the rush, new settlers had opened schools. Within 1 month, Oklahoma City had 5 banks and 6 newspapers. And by the end of the year, 62,000 settlers lived in the unassigned lands, located between the 5 tribes on the east and the Plains tribes on the west. The movement toward Oklahoma statehood had begun.